What's up, Daily Fab Gamers? Thank you so much for watching my stream. Before you jump into this red-hot action, let's review the rules. Don't be a dick. This should go without saying, but better safe than sorry. Chat with me. You know that I can talk at my computer for hours, but it's more fun when my computer talks back. And let's have a good time. I don't mind getting sweaty, but we can have fun while we do it. Use the chat command deck for a link to the list I'm playing here. It's also in the video description. Some of these decks are sick, and you might want to play them in real life. In that case, let me refer you to Hemel from the Bazaar. It's never been more affordable to play in the flesh and blood. Players have been buying the cards they need from Hemel for years. I started buying from him in 2023 and have never found a better deal. The Bazaar's prices are the lowest for singles, full sets, and class sets, including new releases. Super Slam singles and more are available now and ship both domestically and internationally. Use the command Hemel for contact info, then reach out to see what he can do for you. Now settle in and get cozy because the stream begins now. Good morning, everyone. It's me, it's Lupinefiasco. I'm here to play card game for you. They were playing Jarl, continuing on our new little trend of playing mid-range heroes because I have skill and I want to express it. And who better to express skill with in this post-Florian world than Jarl Vetreiđi? Because the more game I can play per game, the more opportunity I have to be good at it. I feel like Rhinar is probably a bad example of where I can really do mid-range things because it's Rhinar. I think this is my first Jarl game. Good morning, Rose. Good morning, Alberto. I think this is my first Jarl game since playing with him a year ago, back when Aurora was legal. We were between seasons and I just wanted to do something new. This is going to be a bit of a trip as I desperately try to figure out what my hero does. Well, if I could turn this sink below into a blue, then this would be a pretty good opener. Oh my. I guess I should discard this now. Before I get stuck with it, losing the sink below is pretty rough. He's got Medax coming in for a big old 9, and you're gonna break. Yep. I mean, I can give cards here. Jesus. I can give Balance of Justice. I'm not gonna break it because it's turn 0 and I don't go up cards. I could give Stalagmite, but I don't know that giving Rhinar a Frostbite really does anything to this turn. As I'm expecting just like 2 cost 8 here. And if it's like yellow pitch play, then that doesn't really help me. Or if it's blue play a 2 cost, the Frostbite doesn't help me. He's weak to Rhinar though. Let's give Stalagmite. It's my first Rhinar game. Maybe this, or my first Jarl game. Maybe this is wrong, but I feel like Meat Axe Rhinar might have this hand composition that would lead to not being able to play well through the Frostbite. I was wrong. And I don't see that I should give armor here. I'm just going to start the game at 32. Get back these 2 cards that I wish I'd had to block with. All right, what does this hand do? Frozen to Death here doesn't do anything. So I suppose I am just going to play Everbloom Life, gain a life. I could also play the Disable, which doesn't seem terrible because it's play Everbloom Life, pitch to Gauntlet Titan's Fist, or just Disable, which has text. Rhinar can just give me some armor, but it means that I'm getting armor from Rhinar. Went from mid-range to this. This is kind of mid-rangey in that it is not a ninja. or one of the good rune blades. No, this is not a mid-range deck per se. This is what I would call fatigue. But you know, we're learning, we're experimenting. Jarl is a deck that's on my radar. Metal Fab Tokens team captain Eric Sneap has been doing well with Jarl. He's won 2 RTNs this season with the deck. I mean, it's a good deck. It's something that I am... Oh, you don't have an action... Oh, you do have an action point. Yeah. Sure. Pick up a swing big? Jesus Christ. All right. You got 2 floating. Here would be an okay opportunity to give Stalagmite because it means that Rhinar can't just swing big Arsenal. What am I doing on my turn? I'm going to get this Channel Lake Frigid back so I can just imposing out a Crumble to Eternity. I mean, the Mangle here doesn't do anything. I can give the Mangle and the Stalagmite, but this might be too early to use my second Stalagmite. Do I care that Rhinar has an Arsenal? I don't think I do. I think I'm blocking 3 here, taking 3. I'm going to double sink the Swing Big, bank a Quicken, play Imposing for Crumble, crumble the Sash, and then pass. Isn't the Fatigue Pleiades just better? You don't have an action point. I don't understand. How does this help you? Am I missing something? Is there some interaction here that I'm not aware of? I don't understand why the Rhinar didn't just swing big me. X equals 3. Find a Crumble. Crumble your Sash, I suppose, is probably going to be better than Gauntlets. Oh, this is a hand of cards. Well, I have Double Fate and Sync, so we might be able to get somewhere. I think Fatigue Pleiades might be better. It's a harder deck to pilot, for sure. I could block with Balance here, but I don't really need to. I'm assuming the follow-up is going to be Swing Big. Morning, Ian. So we will block this with Fate Foreseen. I guess is the right way to play this. E-Strike on top? Sure. I'll leave an E-Strike on top. Am I stupid? Am I like the dumbest player for not understanding what this Rhinar is doing? I guess I'm going to pummel here. Just to like get it out of my hand. Just to not IP myself. I don't understand how this Rhinar is playing the game. And it's causing me to make bad decisions. Like, we're not pushing down. I don't know. I just needed to get the cards out of my hand. I was expecting to be able to block. I was expecting that things were going to happen to me. Herded decks is what make it fun. I don't understand what Rhinar is doing either. I mean, the Pleiades deck has a lot of moving pieces, so I'm not trying to commit super hard to a new deck right now because Compendium is right around the corner. Okay. Send packing away my Sink Below. That's rude. I do want to Frozen to Death here, which means that I'm going to pitch the Crumble and fuse the Winter's Bite. So, looks like he had an all red hand and discarded the yellow off the top. I thought the Swing Big was an Arsenal. Maybe there was just a red in hand. Maybe this is a Swing Big too. Do I care about keeping this sink below is the other question. And I think the answer is no. Like, I think I can block 3 here, lose the sink, and then pitch the crumble, play frozen, fuse the Winter's Bite, and then arsenal the Winter's Bite. Because if I get the sink below back, what am I doing with it? It's just like arsenaling that, I guess, but then I'm like over blocking. That doesn't seem good. So we are just going to take 3 here. I'm going to lose my sink. We'll play frozen, fuse. You get 2 frostbites. You're welcome. I get to keep Winter's Bite. Jeez, this is I don't like that. Thankfully, this hand blocks pretty well. I even bank a Quicken out of the deal. We're so up. Yeah, I'm really hoping that Pen is going to change some things. As far as Sage goes, I don't know how you are all feeling about the reveals we've seen so far. There have definitely been some good cards revealed. Just nothing where I'm like, yeah, this is significant. You are pulping me. So what does this hand do? I mean, this hand Mangle pummels pretty well. And by pretty well, I mean it does literally that. It does turn on Titan's Fist. So I could take 6 here. Like, I have this Quicken that I could use. I could turn, if I'm playing just strictly fab math, that says that I am supposed to pitch 2 blues, play Mangle, play Pummel, have go again, send Hammer. Like, I either block with this Everbloom for 3, and then pitch these 2 blues, or I keep the unmovable and swing Titan's Fist for 4. So Fab Math says that I should just keep a full grip. The downside of this play is that I am susceptible to Fleshbag. Rhinar doesn't know that, because Rhinar doesn't know that the Pummel is in my arsenal, not my hand. Which is why I'm pitching to keep the Everbloom. I'm not going to destroy any equipment here, that's fine. I'm dealing 12 and getting a card from Rhinar's hand. Yeah, I'm told the Dory Precon was a joke. I didn't really pay super close attention to any of it, but I know that the Dory Precon is not looking good. I know that the KO Precon has Blue Bear Hug, which is like sick for KO. It's an insanely good card in KO. And then it comes in Rainbow, so the other brutes are happy about it. All right, you have arsenaled, you've intimidated a disable. So, block with the Frozen Death for sure. I could block with Terra Sunder and just 2 card CNC. I think that what I would like to do is keep 3 cards and arsenal the Terra Sunder. No, that can't be right. We're just going to block 6. That sounds bad. I mean, if I was going to do anything where I'm trying to set an arsenal, I think it would be just send Titan's Fist, arsenal, disable. Or send Titan's Fist, arsenal to CNC. My Tunic is up. I have actually no pummels left because I pitched my blue one earlier. None of the precons are going to be good. Other decks got good cards. I get a Reckless Swing from Arsenal. Yeah, what is happening here? I mean, that's good. Block the pulping with a Channel Lake Frigid. Stalagmite here isn't going to do anything. What is my intention for this turn? To like play Everbloom, pitch Fruits to Titan's Fist? The big question is, what cards did the heroes get in their precons, right? Like in Viserai, we know that Reduced to Enchant and Sigil of Suffering are both still legal, which is a pretty big deal. Man, this Rhinar's Intimidates have been on point. Like, say what you will for how this Rhinar has actually played the game and some of the decisions, but man, the Intimidates have been like, what is the worst card? What card do I need more than anything? Oh, that's gone now. I could block with fruits. I don't really want to. So I could block with fruits, pitch Channel Lake Frigid to hammer for 3, so I'm getting 5 value. I think that's fine. Just because I don't want a Channel Lake Frigid in my arsenal. Did you hear about the Brando Sando news yesterday? I did hear about the Brando Sando news. I'm very excited. Just real quick on the spoilers. Yeah, certainly, like, Bear Hug is very good. The new Runeblade gloves seem very good. They don't have Go Again, which makes them bad in every Runeblade except for Chain, who, like, definitely didn't need more help. This is interesting. We can put this in Arsenal. But, like, Warrior got bad cards. Guardian got bad cards. I'm told that... I don't know why I'm doing this. I'm told that... Why am I blanking on this class name? Illusionist got good cards, like the Enigma card is good. We want to bottom this. And I don't want to sink. Like, the Enigma cards are good because it's Go Again, and they'll be okay in Mystic 2. But really, I haven't seen anything yet that I'm like, that's going to make Chain not the just absolute best hero in Compendium. So anyway, yeah, the Brando Sanderson news is very exciting. So for those of you who don't know, Brandon Sanderson is an extremely prolific writer. His most well-known series are Mistborn and Stormlight Archives. Beyond that, he is well known for having wrote, geez, our Rhinar is on it today. What did you find? Oh, I don't know what you found. He finished Robert Jordan's The Wheel of Time after Robert Jordan unfortunately passed. Good Lord. So I have an Oakenold in my arsenal. So I need to not block with the Footsteps if I can avoid it. He finished The Wheel of Time after Robert Jordan passed. He, extremely prolific writer, was given a deal by Apple TV recently. I mean, we got the news yesterday. I don't think it happened yesterday. But we got the news that Apple TV now has the license to create Cosmere programming. I don't need my tunic. Actually, hold on. So Oakenold is 3. I'm going to pitch Footsteps, fuse Pulse, just have Chokeslam. Okay. Apple TV now has the rights to create Cosmere programming, which is very exciting. Brandon Sanderson fans have been waiting for this for years because the Cosmere really does lend itself well to television and screen. So he's announced that... oh, shit. Fuse. He's announced that the Cosmere is coming to Apple TV. Stormlight will be written as a TV show. Mistborn will be written as a movie. I think all of this is extremely reasonable, like given the pacing of those stories. But it's just like very cool. Man, this Rhinar was not getting... This game was an interesting game of Flesh and Blood. Oh, Jenna Ortega as Vin would be great. Yeah, Mistborn movie and Stormlight TV series is sick. My personal favorite series is Stormlight Archives. I think like ever. It's just my favorite novel series is the Stormlight Archives. Really great characters, really great story, really great morals. I've been talking with people recently, it came up on in one of the Discords that I'm in, that Sanderson is a Mormon. He's a practicing Mormon. He tithes to the Church of Latter-day Saints, which is really unfortunate. And it's interesting because it's sort of like Orson Scott Card in a way, where Sanderson's series are like, we're going to give this a minute because I don't want to pair into Fatiguides. I understand that Fatiguides is a deck I need to learn how to play against. I don't want to play against Fatigue heroes in randoms. Like, that's the thing. I'm not trying to dodge Fatigue. Like, I'm just trying to pretend that Fatigue doesn't exist. It's that I don't want to play against randoms playing Fatigue decks. Because the game already goes long enough, I can't trust that the other player is making the right decisions, and I can't trust that they're going to play fast. That's why I continue to dodge Fatiguides. And I guess I would dodge, I don't know, Jarl too if I saw it, or like Huntsman. So it's very Orson Scott Card, and like Sanderson's novels do not align with the Church of Latter-day Saints and like the values of Mormonism, but he still tithes to them. So I got into Sanderson novels before I knew that, and I feel like at this point they are too meaningful to me to just like not read anymore, to not, in any way that I can avoid giving him money, I will, but I'm still like, I'm gonna read the series because they mean that much to me. But it's very hard to then recommend to people like, hey, get into this series by Brandon Sanderson. It's really good. Also, he's Mormon. He teaches at BYU. Stormlight is great. I've read them. I think I've read... The only one that I haven't read more than once is Wind and Truth, the 5th book. And it's only because, like, I finished it and felt like I'm free. Because I had really been, like, deep into Sanderson for the last 2 years. And it felt like, okay, we've got a good stretch of time before he's going to release another book. Like, let's take this opportunity to explore other authors. And I'm glad that I have. But at some point, I will return and reread Stormlight. Probably in preparation for Ghostbloods. But every other book, yeah, I have read a lot. This is, yes, this is Fatigue in as much as Jarl is Fatigue. Like, I'm not fat stacking anyone. I'm not on, like, this is a hard, I play 72 cards. I feel like this hand is not good. I feel like this hand has the potential to be good. I guess because I can Imposing Out a Crumble and put a counter on the Foundry Heart, but I don't see that I'm ever going to have enough cards to Frozen to Death. And this list is not playing Unforgiving, Unforgetting to like, oh, find a Mangle, and now I can do something with my counter. So I feel like I am just supposed to filter some cards out of hand and keep the Channel Lake Frigid, which there is a high chance that I can play. Like here I can just play Channel, like I can Winter's Bite, play Channel Pitch Channel. I've hoped for the Cosmere adaptations, but I have been let down before looking at Wheel of Time. It's Apple TV, which generally does... They have good programming. Like, I think of the 3 services that I could think of that I would want Sanderson Media to be on, which would be... Oh, JK, we would have been totally fine to set up. Which would be HBO, Prime, and Apple TV Plus. I think Apple is probably what I'm least excited about, just because I've seen their adaptation of The Foundation, and I didn't really like it. But Apple does have really good original programming. I'm a big fan of a lot of their stuff. So I feel like there's a chance. It definitely is not, of the 3, what I am most excited about, but I feel like there is a good chance that a Cosmere show will be good. Sad. Yeah, I have faith. I know that Sanderson also has like a crazy amount of control over the programming in ways that no other author has ever had. I really do feel like there is a good chance that it will be good. Yeah, we're blocking with Mangle here. I'm just in defense mode. I'm not going to be able to keep the channel, unfortunately. My intention is to block something with Fate Foreseen. Like, if I just get to block with Fate and then Dash's turn ends, that's pretty cool. I can play Everbloom, put a Winter's Bite back, pitch Tear for Titan's Fist, Arsenal to Oakenold. I've met Brandon. He's super nice. His religious views are his personal thing. He doesn't talk about it much or push it on people. So it's true. Like, this is all true. The big problem is just like... Oh, no, I can't play the Titan. I can't do this line. This sucks. My turn is poop. Dash's turn is not terrible. I mean, I could just attack with Oakenold, but I feel like that's bad. It isn't so much that Brandon's views spill over into his working, because they don't. It's more of the death of the artist, where you have to reckon with the fact that Sanderson is still tithing to the Church of Latter-day Saints. So, like, yes, Sanderson's work, Sanderson's writing, like, his religion doesn't impact his writing, but the money he gets from writing does directly benefit what I would call a harmful organization. What Sanderson has said before, he won't let anyone have the rights to his stuff unless he was heavily involved, which I love. It makes me feel very good about the quality of his work. I wouldn't go for Prime after what they did with Wheel of Time. So I didn't watch Wheel of Time. Oh no, I did watch the first season, and like, it was fine. I think I read the first book. I just never really got into that series, so I can't really talk about it heavily. I'm thinking more about what they did with The Expanse, which I thought was really well done. And I read the books. I like want this sink below, but I also want to fuse an Oakenold, so I'm going to sink it. I read The Expanse. The Expanse was really good. Am I getting max feed here? Was I supposed to block with Stalagmite at some point? I think the answer was probably yes. I was supposed to block with Stalagmite to stop this from happening. If Dash is holding a blue, then I'm just... Dash is holding a blue or a yellow. It's already too late. I am not going to block this zipper hit. Dash is already played off the top, so I know I'm not getting boom grenaded. Fab math would say that I'm supposed to keep this frozen to death. Okay, I'm not getting it. Cool. In this case, I believe I'm supposed to block because I think I'm just supposed to survive. So The Expanse was very good, and I'm watching Fallout, and Fallout is very good. So at least as far as I'm concerned, oh, I didn't put them on bupping here. That's unfortunate. I should have Stalagmite blocked earlier. Or at least put them on bupping. Yeah. I didn't think about it. Brandon just read it. He said he's taking the next 5 months to write the screenplay for Mistborn. I did see that as well. Again, like, just super exciting. We did not find what we were looking for, but I do have Command and Conquer, and I have... So I can... This hand blocks well, and I'm going to get to CNC, and Dash is playing Balance instead of Crown for some reason. And because the Goliath Gauntlet and the Achilles Accelerator don't block, like, okay, the CNC is going to get a card. Yes, Anderson taking so long to write. Jeez, our Dash is having a time. I have a few things I can do here. I can pitch to Gauntlets just to filter... And then CNC, which again doesn't seem terrible just based on Balance, not Crown, and Dash having to give us a card. I guess that is technically better than Disable, which gets covered by a card in Armor. Yeah, we'll see. And so we're going to Gauntlets away the Unmovable. We're going to CNC. We're going to keep the Frozen to Death, because why not? It's an ice card. We confuse with it. Yeah, I love Brandon taking the next 5 months to write the Mistveil screenplay. It also means that we're not getting the Mistveil movie for like 3 years, but that's fine. We at least have a timeline. A world that you put the Sprocket Rocket to the bottom to deny the free attack from backup protocol. I should have thought more about what I was bupping. Oh, this hand is not great. Expedite off the top with a 3-card hand. There is a Boom Grenade on the table, so I think I'm making this block. I'm giving you a Frostbite, which you're going to have to care about, and I want to try to keep this Boom Grenade from going off. And I gain my 3 life from Fiddlers. Attacking for 4. There is no go again on this. I think I'm giving Gauntlets here because I want to CNC. Dash is now going to have to give me 2 cards to stop this because the armor is mostly gone. Alterno says, is this a Dark World? Why are you playing Jarl? What the fuck is going on here? So I am sort of taking what I would consider downtime. Like, I think this is most people's off-season. It isn't for me because I'm a scrub who hasn't qualified for Nationals yet. But I know that I'm playing KO this weekend. I'm locked on my list, and I have enough reps on KO that I don't feel like I really have to, like, grind for it. I'm taking what I would consider the off-season to work on playing slower decks where I think there's much more room. God, where are my cards? Where are my cards that I use to fuse with Oakenold? Jesus. I mean, the great news for me is our Dash, like, cannot draw a good hand of cards to save her life. I just get to take 2 and then Terra Sunder Oakenold. Which, like, we'll take that. We get the 8 Dominate discard 2. So this hand works. It's just like there are crumbles in this deck, right? Like I've seen them in other games. I know that they exist. Yeah, so I'm taking this time to play slower decks that allow for more skill expression. I think that's been a weakness of my deck choices really since Aurora left. Aurora was, hey, oh my god, they do exist. Aurora was a deck. It was an aggro deck that allowed for skill expression. How you set up, how you piloted your turns, how you used your cards, all mattered in ways that, God, this Dash is having a game. Oh, wait, I don't want to bottom that one. I want to bottom this one. I would almost... Oh, this doesn't matter because I'm not going to Arsenal the Crumble. I would feel bad if I wasn't, like, trying to win this game. So I'm playing decks that allow for... Like, Aurora was a very skill-expressive deck. Oh, I can just Arsenal the Crumble and crown it. That's... Okay, yeah, that's what we're going to do. Aurora was a very skill-expressive aggro deck. Slippy kind of was, but Slippy was really playing this, like, did I find Bonds game? And then Syndra, I would not call a skill-expressive deck at all. I think Syndra was, like, probably the least skill-expressive deck I've ever played. You just, like, did the same thing every turn. And KO is... I guess a mix between the two. I think recently with the Super Slam editions, KO is a more skill-expressive aggro deck. But a lot of the time, you're still just very dependent on your draw discards. The games where you see Blood Rush versus where you don't are like massively different as far as the outcome. So I'm trying to play more decks like Jarl and RKO and Florian, where you can actually control the outcome of your games much better. So that's why I'm playing Jarl and RKO recently. But I will be playing KO Armed and Dangerous on Friday. All right, Dash, I am going to need you to like do something better because now I just can't block. But I'm presenting lethal this turn, so I guess I can't be too upset, right? I'm being stoked on it being on Apple largely because they have insanely deep pockets and have ceded so much control to Bannerdo. Yeah, I mean, I feel good about it. I'm glad that the series is being made. And I'm glad that of all the studios, it's one of the big ones. Hello, Eldorte. I also think his books are very filmable, so that helps too. Elantris is a personal favorite. Elantris is one of his books that I've never read. Just because I came to it at a point where I feel like I read Stormlight through, I think, Rhythm of War, and then read Mistborn, and Mistborn was like so much worse grammatically. Like, it was clear that his writing style had really grown and developed over the years, that I felt like, ooh, reading Mistborn is kind of rough, and if I have to go even further back, that's going to be hard for me. So I've not read Elantris, but I guess because he's writing Elantris 2, I do need to read it at some point. Am I getting max feed? I'm certainly something is happening to me. Dio is trying to do a thing. Balance is interesting. They won't be able stack to draw a card, therefore much harder to get a Frostbite in that slot. Like, it makes sense why the balance is here. I'm familiar with the tech. It just also feels like, well, this deck plays CNC and you have to care about it. What are you calling with your NTZ? The falling out with... I missed my RTN where I could have played Tough Nut. Damn. I had a falling out with KO after discarding 2 Blood Rush Bellows versus 0 Beast Within in 6 games at my RTN. That is rough. I had a bad Talishar day last week where I just, like, every Bear Fangs discarded a Blood Rush Bellow off the top. Like, I'd have 3 cards in my hand and just rip a Blood Rush. That was a bad day. I'll push back on Syndra. I know you will, Rob, because you played the deck. You need to make it sound good because you played it. I'm kidding. This can't be defended by equipment. Well, that's going to make my Stalagmite choice a lot harder. Thankfully, we do have our handy-dandy 1-card 4. Mistborn is literally Fantasy Ocean's 11. Mistborn, it's a good series. Well, this is a blue 3 block. But it doesn't fuse with Oakenold, so we're going to put that on bottom. I'm also glad that he's doing Mistborn first. He's... Okay, You have attacked 1 time. This is 2. You have already Foundry Hearted. Trying to think if there's a world where Dio can actually get to a max V, and the answer is no. I'm going to give the Frostbite. I'm going to Tunic Quick Dodge. Okay. That's reasonable. All right, she did have the max V. She could just never... What a disaster for this Dio. This is like the worst Dio game I've ever seen someone have. I would have won this on any deck. Like, the way the Dio's hands were coming together, or like, it was so incredibly abysmal. I think her opening hand was 2-3. Oh, God. Do I want to play this game? I did just say that I'm like trying to dodge fatigue games on stream, but I guess I'm going to play this. Interesting that it's not playing Sinks or Fiddlers. Let's just see. Rob, I'm sad that you're watching this game because you're just going to criticize me endlessly for my mistakes. But I am curious to see how I do with fatigue, where I think my opponent... I mean, they've presented 68 cards with Skullcap and Tech Plating, so I'm going to assume my opponent is like hard fatigue. That is a card. Of all the cards, that's one of them. I feel like I should probably keep attacks. Already got the notes out. All right. Have I already messed up my blocks? Thoughts on playing every card in the fatigue mirror? Maybe it's right. I'm just going off of what was in my sideboard notes. Now I wish I had that frozen to death. We are going to Imposing for Crumble and Titan's Fist. This is making me want to play Jarl again. Plus, I'm playing every card in the fatigue mirror. I mean, maybe it's right. This is a list that was given to me by a teammate, so I'm just going by the sideboard notes. I should lose this game from the start. Where's your sledge? Where's his sledge? He doesn't have sledge either. Yeah, I get that, though. This is the list I was given. Don't get mad at me. Hey, I get to do a thing. Please just fist pass. Yeah, I'm glad he's doing Mistborn first. Sanderson has said multiple times something that I really agree with, which is Mistborn is everyone's favorite. Mistborn is everyone's favorite. Stormlight is his favorite. So you can't have... You have to give the people what they want first before you... There has to be buy-in to Sanderson. Enough people who don't already know Sanderson have to say, yeah, Mistborn was cool, give me more, before the author can say, okay, if you liked this, you're going to love this because I love this. Starting with Stormlight would be a bad decision, and I'm glad he's aware enough to not do that. Double CNC pummel. Yeah, baby. It's not going to work. It's not going to work because of the channel like Frigid. But I do get to do one... I do get to do CNC pummel through Channel Lake. You strike for 7? Oh, yeah. Oh, we're in it. Oh, we're taking some damage to make this happen. And it's dominated? Oh, yeah. That's a bingo. Your Dr. Content Creator Sledge teaches fatigue. That's for the next iteration of the Jarl list. I've learned so much about my... Excuse me? You just clicked through this, right? Like, they had a Winter's Bite in pitch. This Channel Link should still be active. Yeah, okay, there you go. Gotta make Batman before you can make Tenet, for sure. No, it would, starting with Stormlight would be a bad decision. As much as I would like it, because I love Stormlight, and I'm already like, okay, Lauren Fiasco, you gotta watch this. It's so sick. It's gonna be much more helpful if she's like, ooh, is Vin in this one? I'm like, no, Vin is not in this one, but you know who we do get? Mr. Depression. We get Depression Soldier. We get Anxiety Girl. We get Best Boy Adolin. You can do a coaching session post-pen. Morning, Suh. I know, Suh, when did you ever think that you were going to walk into a Lupinefiasco stream and see the Jarl mirror? I wonder if our opponent is going to put us on CNC Pummel because we kept 4 cards. Does this matter? No? Rob, does it matter if the CNC or the Pummel goes first? Ayy. Adolin is unironically the best character in Stormlight, especially post-WoD Don't At Me. I don't know that anyone would at you, especially after Wind and Truth. Like, I think prior to Wind and Truth, there was an argument that it was not Adolin. Like, I would not have agreed with that argument, but you could have made the argument. Fab Math would say that Mangle Pummel is just too much. Like, I have to keep 5 cards to do it, and I could just wait. I think what I do instead is just send the 4-card 13, Shelter the Titan's Fist, E-Strike Go Again into Titan's Fist with a Tear Asunder. I mean, the big problem is that walks into... Okay, no, we're not going to do that. That walks into Stalagmite. What we're going to do instead is we Shelter. Oh, the Channel Lake Frigid. Lol. Okay, this is fine. Oh, I could have E-Strike Mangled. But that also walks into Stalagmite. I don't want to walk into the Stalagmite. Yeah, I saved the Pummel. Oh, I can Shelter here. I just pitch for it. All right, we're chewing through the armor. This hand blocks a lot and then fruits. Uh-oh. Oh no, you're Pummel. Frostfang? What is this deck? Okay, I can crown away my Pummel, which seems fine. I block with Imposing just because. I cycle away my Pummel. We try to find something. The double D react here is sad. I'm not going to discard Shelter to prevent 1. That seems bad. Yikers. Sure. Let's get rid of some of these bad cards, and then I'll attack with this card. All right, Rob, was E-Strike Mangle there the right call? Like, am I supposed to just walk into the Stalagmite? And if they use it, then I just Titan's Fist? Was that actually the play? Oh, maybe I wasn't supposed to give armor to Jarl. Maybe I'm not supposed to play every D-React in my deck against a Guardian. Yeah, probably not. Maybe I'm supposed to Stalagmite here? That can't be right, though. I'm going to Sink Below. Much as I know that I'm supposed to Fate Foreseen first, I don't want to just walk into a CNC. Bottom that. I have played a Pummel. I bottomed a Pummel. So there is still a Pummel somewhere not at the bottom of my deck. Gotta get back to work. We'll talk later. All right, bye, Rob. Everyone say bye to All In. Titan's Fist for 4. We can block with Disable. My line is just going to be CNC Arsenal Fate for Scene. I kind of think this game is not worth playing. Like Allen said, I have not presented Sledge, and I kind of feel like if our opponent, oh my god, double Righteous. This list is wild. Righteous Cleansing, Felling of the Crown. We've seen Frost Fang. Our Jarl opponent has cooked. I wish that I had a Frozen to Death in this hand. Alright, I do not get to tear asunder anymore. What am I doing, though? I am pitching fruits. Yes. I can Winterspite Titan's Fist. Oh yeah, okay, yeah. I do it this way. That's the line. And then we Winterspite. And I keep this Crumble, which I want to do for a couple reasons. I want to do it for Oakenold, which I have not seen yet. I want to do it for Frozen to Death, which exists somewhere in my deck. Jarl on Jarl Violence. It's rough out here. I'm currently losing the fatigue game, which is sad for me. I mean, we have more value over the long game because we have Tunic and our opponent doesn't. But as has been pointed out, I am not on Sledge, which I really feel like, oh, that would have solved. That would have fixed this. So I understand now why people are playing Sledge. The one of Poison the Well in the deck seems bad. Seems not ideal. Yikes. That's not ideal. I mean, we did the thing, right? All right, this is just 10. JK. No, you needed the... Yeah, you needed the resource. Never mind. Oh, did you? Oh, they already had a Seismic. Okay, great. Yeah, the double Oakenold here is unfortunate. So... I'm just blocking with 2 Fate for Scenes, and then pitching these 2, which I guess I'm stacking the Oaken and the Crumble together, and then arsenaling the other Oaken. So that's fine. This'll work. Okay, they did have a Seismic. What am I looking for on the top of my deck? Not E-Strike? Sledge is for sure the Mirror Breaker. We'll keep a Frozen on top. If you have one and they don't, I think they just lose. Yeah, that's also the reason I'm playing this game out, despite them playing for, like, boarding for fatigue and being set up for it, is that they are also not on Sledge. If they were at 69 cards and Sledge, I'm like, sure, I'm just going to stop. I'm just going to pack it in. As it is, I feel like the game is still... We can maybe get there if I'm smart and play well. I don't think so, but it's also kind of a lesson I want to learn of like, okay, I did punt. His hand is cool if I can Frozen to Death. It's not cool if I can't Frozen to Death. I can always block 10 and then pitch unmovable to Titan's Fist. Our opponent didn't block, which tells me that they have something to do with 5 cards. They have not shown me a pummel. I mean, they've shown me some big cards like Righteous Cleansing, but they have not shown me a pummel. So I'm not... The alarm bells aren't ringing. That said, it is turn 7, and we've seen like a third of their deck. So they might just not have found the pummel yet. But I've got lines. Yeah, my intention is to Frozen to Death their tech plating. I could also, I don't know, do something else. Yikers. You're showing me a Felling and a Frozen to Death. Okay. What does that do? I can stop this. I have to give these 2, and I have to unmovable. Is that worth it? I feel like the answer is no. What if I just took 9 and randomly bottom 2 of these? Or what if I took... I guess I Fate Foreseen here. You have a Felling and a Frozen to Death. You can decompose the Felling. I'm going to play the Fate instead of the Unmovable. Because I want to do something on my turn. I want to be able to Titan's Fist. And there's a 2/3 chance that I get to Fist for 4. We're gonna bottom Heart because I will not be at a lower life than my opponent. Yup, that figures. Gotten some bad variants today. A 2/3 chance to deal 4, and I keep the 1 card that doesn't let me do that. Game. Why are you like this? It's good that I'm getting it out now instead of at my RTN, right? That's the whole point. Jesus. All right, that was the Frozen to Death you showed me, which means I'm sure this is the Felling. JK, you're mangling me. I could take 10 and then Terras Oakenold, and I know that this is not a D-React. Take 10, go to 13 to send 8. You have Base of the Mountain. This is surely wrong. What if I gave you Oakenold? I take 7. My line is going to be Terras Titan's Fist. You have enough armor. I'm going to take the 10 here. Mangle doesn't have text. Terras Oakenold. They could Base of the Mountain. But I should still kind of just get them. Have they shown Remembrance? They have not shown Remembrance yet. Hey, we can do the thing. All right, Sigil Felling. I need to bottom a card, which I guess could be unmovable. I'm not going to Arsenal the Crumble. Kind of thinking I bottom unmovable, block this with Gauntlet, play the Winter's Bite, and then Oaken Old and take my opponent's turn. I don't block here. We still have... Oh, we've seen 2 Mangles. I don't need to block this. I could also block with the Channel Lake and not play the Winter's Bite. Preserve some life. Yeah, we'll preserve some life. I don't know if this is right. But it is what I am doing. So I pitched my first Oaken Old. I just played my second, and I'm about to play my third. So it's going to take a while before I come back to being able to Oaken Old. Which I guess I was supposed to keep the Channel Lake to pitch so I could play the Winter's Bite. Should have taken my opponent's hand. Fist for 3 says we block with Crumble. We Footsteps to Titan's Fist. We Arsenal the Sink Below. And we just IP a CNC. But I am coming up on pummels. My Tunic is up. So, like, we can get there. This hand does things. Oh, sorry. We have to Tunic. We have to Tunic first so I can use the resource to play my D-React. Which I'm playing Sink Below, and I'm sinking Shelter. I'm sinking Shelter, I'm finding a card, and then my turn can just be E-Strike CNC. Ah, there's a pummel. Okay. Well, now I get to play 2 D-Reacts, so that's pretty cool. Am I sinking anything? The answer is no. I'm going to play the Shelter. I guess I can... No, I don't want to sink the Disable. I'm just going to E-Strike 7 Arsenal CNC. I don't know what I would find. Yeah, we just set the CNC. I'll wait for my second pummel. Sorry, third pummel, because I pitched one earlier. Yeah, wait for my third pummel to come up, which maybe lines up with Tunic. I don't really care about the Stalagmite, I don't think. How many E-Strikes do I have left? Oh, I still have 2 E-Strikes. Thoughts on trying to bait out Stalagmite with E-Strike Go again, Arsenal CNC. I just don't see the point. Like, I don't see where the Stalagmite is going to get me later. If I thought there was a chance that it could, like, really stop something I'm trying to do, then I would say, yeah, sure. This is 8 dominate. Which I could take the damage. But like, why? I could pitch, pulse, unmovable. Yeah, future E-strikes, I don't see it. I could block with the mangle and then have CNC pummel. I can't mangle pummel because that plays into the stalagmite. But I could CNC pummel. I could take 8. I could block with pummel, pitch pulse into gauntlets, send mangle for 10 dominate. That doesn't seem bad. Can you please bear with me? So far, this block seems fine. I go to 8. I keep some armor. I don't have pummels. I am coming up on a pummel. I'm beginning to reach second cycle. This lets me send 10 dominate. Destroy your tech plating. If I crush you, you have 3 points of block on the table. I like that. I could also do this in CNC pummel. That seems almost worse. At the same time, we've only seen a Fate and a Sink in the grave so far, so they could just have a bunch of D reactions. Chat, is this the block? Is this the block I'm supposed to make? Or am I supposed to do this and then set the pummel? Like, go for the CNC pummel. Like, pitch unmovable CNC. And if they don't stalagmite me, I pitch mangle for pummel and keep pulse. If they do stalagmite me, I pitch pulse and keep mangle. We're going to do this. Alex, I appreciate your comment. It is too late. I have chosen the other line. What am I keeping my shield for? I don't know. E-strike? Just blocking with it later? Oh, also our opponent doesn't have an arsenal, so that's a big deal. Did I know that? I guess I was supposed to. No, they fused with something. Oh, you didn't arsenal. What did you fuse with? Oh, you fused with crumble. Okay, that's what it is. They fused with crumble. All right. If you fused with crumble and you didn't arsenal the crumble, I'm kind of thinking I'm supposed to destroy... Yeah, they had a card in hand. I know that. I feel like as much as I want to destroy the tech plating because it's more valuable, I actually want to destroy the gauntlet. I mean, they've played 2 mangles. What are the chances that their hand is crumble blue mangle? Yeah, we're going to destroy the tech plating. Ah, sorry everyone. I forgot to turn Do Not Disturb on. I'm sorry if that triggered anyone. Okay. All right, yeah, I guess if they pitch crumble into gauntlet and then mangle me, I'm like, damn, you got me. Hey, that's a card that I could play. Sigil Frostfang. I can Remembrance for double Oak and Old Crumble. And that's like a reasonable thing to do. Block this. This is where I can cash in my shield. I'm going to have a Frostbite. So... This is my first Everbloom. I don't super mind blocking with that. I'm going to get Everbloom back a Crumble. And then Remembrance back double Crumble, the second Crumble and 2 Oakenolds. Like, what if this was my block? And I do... Everbloom, Pitch Fruits... Remembrance, CNC? Yeah, I don't hate that. Got my Tunic to play through the Frostbite. So we play Everbloom. Both. Pitch Fruits. Get back a Crumble. Remembrance. Oakenold. Oakenold. I have 2 Crumbles and a Pulse in my deck. What if I got back Mangle? Nah, we'll get back Crumble. Submit. And then CNC. Keep my Tunic up to pay through Winter's Bite, or just like Jarl doing things. Like another Frost thing, maybe if I have a D-React. There's a Crumble. There's no, sad. Channel Mount Ison and Plow Under. Well, this is lethal, so I should probably block. E-Strike is a string pick too. That might have been better than the Crumble. I was just hoping I was going to find the Oakenold. So I can say no blocks. Put Sink Below on the table. Also block with my gauntlets here. Our opponent has an E-Strike left, presumably. So I'll block 5, go to 5. They have an Oakenold left. I don't need to give my quick dodge here. We block 5, I send 3 or 4, hopefully 4. One time. I could sink my Crumble. Sinking my Crumble doesn't seem like a bad play. No, I guess I shouldn't sink the Crumble, because if the Crumble turns into a red, I want to be able to do... I still want to do something on my turn. Hey. I do get to send 4 damage. Wow. Look at me go. Yeah, sending 7 on 2 reds I think was a good call. They have a D-React. Sad. I'm glad I'm late to this stream. Hey, Ian. This game has only been going for half an hour. Alright, maybe we get to do a thing. We probably don't get to do a thing. No, I get to do a thing here. Yeah. E-Strike, Tunic, Quick Dodge, Oakenold, Fuse. Wow. This game looks, yeah? No, Ian, we're gonna win. What are you talking about? We're gonna win. Our opponent has like... I mean, they have a few outs. They could have D-React in Arsenal, D-React in hand, Stalagmite. They could have Pulse in Arsenal, 3-block in hand. Our opponent has outs, and I can't Arsenal this Crumble. But it is going to take some cards from our opponent to stop this Oakenold. Oh no. Opponent, no. Opponent, no. Hey, we got there. Oh, I knew what their arsenal was because they showed it to me. With their Oakenold. Hey, we did it. Straight from the light. And I thought I was going to lose this game. I thought this game wasn't worth playing because we were going to get fatigued. We're even not quite winning the fatigue match, but we were close. And our opponent, weirdly, our opponent playing like 69 cards, mainboarding all the D-Reacts and Fiddler's Greens and Sigils, weirdly not on Remembrance. I would have been surprised. Surely you just cut a Frostfang for a Remembrance. And surely you cut your other Frostfang for Sledge. Jarl, baby. What's up, Zach? We're doing it. I'm playing mid-range deck so I can express my skill. Of all the Lupinefiasco streams we've watched, this is certainly one of them. No, I'm learning. I'm branching out in the off-season. The off-season where I'm still not qualified for nationals and actually have to give a shit about my performance on Saturday. Don't worry, we're playing KO Armed and Dangerous tomorrow, so I can get last-minute reps before my RTN. Frostfang Pummel is... Oh, God. Oh, no, this one is, like, actually maybe okay. Because I can... No, that's Batter to a Pulp. I'm not playing that one. And I cannot mangle a Compass. Ew. Well, we're going to find out, won't we? We do have a celebrity in chat. Zach pops in from time to time, which I always appreciate. You were playing a clean 60? Okay, so I'm hard fatigue, which means that I kill the allies and then I don't do anything else. I haven't seen a Gravy Bones on Crown of Dominion since Nom. I mean, I get it. It, like, kickstarts the turn cycle, but still... Jesus, stop it. Oh, can I Frozen to Death a Compass? That's cool. Well, as much as I would like to, I don't know, crumble your dead threads or whatever, I guess I should probably kill this chum. This doesn't super matter. I guess Glacial plays around double Fearless Confrontation. Oh, sure. What am I doing here? This Fiddler's Green is not good. I guess I'm over-pitching the Fiddlers. All right, I don't get to keep a card, no matter what I do. So, boop, boop, boop. Play Crumble. Zach, I can't possibly... Playing Crumble here can't possibly be correct. I can't kill the chum. I can't let my opponent get a chum and a whaler on the board, Zach. That Fiddler's Green later is gonna suck. You do have a blue in pitch. You did not pitch a blue. I can't kill the whaler, but that doesn't super matter. I guess I'll block this with Tear Ass. You have to kill Compass. Can I crumble a Compass? I guess I can, huh? Well, I'll just do that this turn. This is the quality Jarl gameplay that you all come here for when the streamer asks, can I do that? Is that how that works? Well, now I can't kill the chum. I'm going to block with Tear Ass. You don't kill the chum. You have to destroy the Compass. Okay. Well, now I know. I'm going to do it this turn instead. Oh, right. Oops. Forgot about that. Friggin' on hits. We still block with the Terras. Am I giving you Stalagmite here? You clearly have something else to do, but you have a resource floating. I'm going to say no. Spoopy. Ah, I'm going to lose this game. All right, so let's all remember that if I had done the thing, if I had crumbled the compass last turn, Gravy would have Chum Chum Sawbones. Let's all just keep that in mind. I'd be staring down Chum Chum Sawbones right now. Chat, why do my hands suck? Why are my hands so bad? I'm glad we're in the premier Guardian gameplay stream. This is where you come to learn all about Guardian. Oh, wait. Damn it. I'll block with the Fiddlers later. Conk on top. I have to kill this Sawbones. So we're blocking with Choke Slam. I guess I didn't need to block that. I guess I should have waited. They have not made gold this turn, though. Once the compass is gone, I get to play Whack-A-Mole. You did put an ally into grave this turn. So we won't block here. Oh, right, with the treasure. Why am I playing this game? Surely I've already lost this game by virtue of queuing into Gravy Bones. Need to destroy that cursed item as fast as possible? Yeah, I'll get right on that. Wow, look, it's a hand that doesn't destroy the compass. I mean, it'd be helpful if our Gravy wasn't also high-rolling us as this is happening. Takes all your skill to win through a broken compass. Takes all my skill to win through my Gravy opponent having found 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 allies by turn 3. 8 allies by turn 3. All right. Chat, this has been a lot of fun. I'm really glad that I did this. Is that how Jarl Gravy always goes? Where they just find 8 allies in the graveyard by turn 3, and you're extremely dependent on... oh, I don't want to play this mirror again. And you're just extremely reliant on finding your specific 2-card combo before turn 2. Like... every time I pair into Gravy and someone's like, don't worry, it's going to be okay, they just do that. And I'm like, oh, what's up, Colin? I'm glad you had fun. We were just talking in chat about how every time someone says, like, don't worry, Gravy's less consistent now. They do that. They just put 8 allies into their graveyard by turn 3, and it's like, sick. I know Compass Death stops them from playing and attacking, but I also have to find the crumble and find the frozen to death before they really get started, and even then, they still play the game. Cut from the same cloth? Well, thankfully, I can block. Real talk, if you kill Compass before turn 7, you can win. You become a favorite by 70% if you kill it turn 3 or earlier. Your Heart of the Cards wasn't strong enough. Well, it doesn't help that the first question I asked was, hey, can I crumble a compass? Mr. Lupine Financial, is Fatigue Jarl or Ice Aggro Jarl better into a room of Dio Vinny gravy? I assume it's Fatigue Jarl, because Ice Jarl sucks. Like, my understanding is mid-range Jarl is bad. That doesn't say Oakenold on it. I mean, I guess I could sync this sigil and try to find a D-React so I can cover this out entirely. But even then, I'm gonna get flicked. This is why we are learning. This is a learning stream. I'm gonna sync below. I'm not gonna sync the sigil. I'm just gonna go back to 40 life. Wait, why are you flicking me? Oh, just to, okay, yeah. You're just trying to clear it up. Also, I guess you get an extra point of damage. Why is mid-range Jarl bad? I'm told mid-range Jarl is bad because you just don't do enough. Like, mid-range Jarl needed Fellings to be good. And without that, you just don't. This is interesting. You need Felling to be good. Without that, you just can't keep up with other decks. But maybe that was in a Florian world. Now that Florian's gone, Ice mid-range Jarl is okay. I could do a funny thing where I play Imposing, pitch Pulse, find Crumble, play Frozen to Death later. But that can't possibly be as good as just this. Surely Oakenold for 9 Dominate on hit bottom 2 cards randomly is better than, hey, I'm going to do a thing. We will Arsenal the Imposing, though. I would like to find a Crumble. I could have... Oh, no, I couldn't have pitched my Pulse. Never mind. This works. You should play... Mansant Fab says you should play some Levia. It's interesting. So I didn't think very highly of Levia, but then I saw a spoiler card today that I thought, ooh, well, that's a 4-block yellow defense reaction that I could play in Levia. And not only can I play it in Levia, but I can play it from Banish Zone after I turn into Blasmafet. So you're right, man, Santfab. Maybe I should play Levia, who just got a cool new defense reaction in the new set coming from hit trading card game Flesh and Blood, Compendium of Wraith. What's my arsenal? Oh, right, it's this Imposing Visage. Calicera for 8, go again. I wish now that this Pulse was in my arsenal and not this Imposing Visage. I guess I'm just blocking. Clear the mark. Play the Imposing. Crumble the Flick. Arsenal the Sigil. And that's like fine. You can. That was my second thought is, ooh, this is a good card in Levia. My second thought was, is this a good card in Chain? I think the answer is no. Three, find Crumble, crumble your Flick, pass. Hey, this hand sucks. I play attacks in this deck, I think. I think I've seen some. I'd like to see more, if I'm being honest with you. This is perhaps a Stalagmite turn. Although our opponent has Tunic, so it doesn't super matter. Your hand is great? What does my hand do? Block 10, play Sigil, Arsenal, Pummel? It could be good because it says 4 in the bottom. Stalagmite here not only turns on Hunter's Clave, but also doesn't really do anything. I mean, I'm gonna get flicked here, which I can't stop from happening. Oh, I guess I can stop it from happening. Oh my god, wow, I can do this. This hand is fire, it swings hammer for 4. No, this hand blocks and sets pummel. And then I get to tunic pummel next turn. I can give armor here. This does not currently have go again. I guess I'm giving the armor here. I didn't need to give the armor because I'm in a shelter. Sorry. I'm gonna yeah, this doesn't matter. I'm just gonna get kissed. You're gonna flick me because you want to draw, which makes sense. I'm in a shelter because I'm the greatest player in the world. And then I'm gonna take 3. And I'm gonna gain 3, and then I'm gonna arsenal this pummel. And then I'm just gonna do nothing. And our opponent has no clave. And we're not marked. Nancy doing his job enforcing Levi. Honest as always, was thinking the same because all the big names in chat today. Yeah, thank you all for being here. I don't know why you're all here today in particular. I guess we are just in the spoiler waiting room. Hey, Mansant, Ethan, you work for LSS. You know what LSS is up to. I would like to chokeslam pummel. You know what LSS is about. You're familiar with the company. Are they, is the spoiler dump coming 1:31 US time? Or is the spoiler dump coming 1:31 New Zealand time? Because those are 2 different times. And one of them is this Friday. And one of them is Saturday. And I would like it to be Friday. This is damage. I don't really care about that. I mean, I could also just, like, block and then Titan's Fist. Like a good Guardian. New Zealand time, we're so up. We are up tremendous. All right, I get why you're all here now. You're in the spoiler waiting room. That's rude, opponent. I can give equipment for this. I do want to pummel. I could do this and turn my shelter into something that's maybe more exciting. I could get my flexors instead of my stalagmite. Stay disciplined and use the hammer. I don't want to be disciplined. I want to chokeslam pummel. I refuse to be disciplined. I want to chokeslam pummel. It's what I'm here to do. Stay disciplined and use the hammer. You clearly don't know me, Ian. If I was going to be disciplined, I would have sheltered the infect. Oh, wait. Lol. Wait, no, I have a reaction. That was the whole point. Me. That was the whole thing, was I had a reaction. Now I am going to pummel first. And I take 2, and I go to 30. And I arsenal this shelter. And I'm almost happy. But alas. Surely you're supposed to upsticks a clave. What does this hand do? This hand does block 8, hammer for 4, arsenal oaken old? Question mark? Flick me. Okay. I love high-level gameplay. You love when the streamer you're watching asks the important questions like, what do my cards do? Forgot about Tarantula Toxin. What a card. God damn it. Okay, game 3. It's my turn now. Hammer. Exciting gameplay. Jarl Fiasco. Morning, Mosered. It is. It's me. And if you all want to support this high-level gameplay, you can get a YouTube membership for the low, low price of $3.99 a month, which is basically $2.50, which is basically free. And you could spam these exciting emotes in chat. Like when I make really awesome plays, you can spam K-Pog. When I fail to fuse my Oakenold for the 3rd turn in a row, you can tell me it's a skill issue. On Saturday, you're going to get an exciting spoiler video from me starring my sweet baby boy, Benjamin. These are all things that you can do with a YouTube membership to Lupinefiasco. I played Viscerai with you. I know where you're at. I did fine with this. You are blocking with a Command and Conquer, which means your hand is either all reds or you have a Command and Conquer. I am unable to fuse. Oh no, I can fuse this Oakenold. Never mind, we're chilling. When I get a job, I will throw you a sub. I appreciate you. Clave for 5. What if I did this? What if I did this and tried to stop my opponent from playing the game, and then I Oakenolded them, and then I played this life at instant speed, and then I arsenaled this Channel Lake Frigid? What if these were game actions that I took? Hey. We're doing it. And then I play this life. And then I arsenal this Channel Lake. And then I draw a poo-poo hand. Ian, thank you for the sub. Everyone thank Fiandal Spirit for being a kind friend. My cards suck. I can't really even hammer for hammer. I can shuffle 2 Oakenolds and a Crumble back into my deck, though. So that's kind of cool. I could lose my Channel Lake Frigid. This hand sucks. I guess it's just this. Block 4, go to 29. Look at you, Ian. You're spamming. Yeah, I do this. I Remembrance. I pitch Heart to Titan's Fist, and then I'm, like, super sad at my extremely underwhelming turn. Payment for all the rampant douchebaggery you get from me. Why did you copy All In Together's only shtick? That's so mean. I'll have you know that All In Together is a meta chaser now. All In Together strictly playing the best decks. Check out this sick line, everyone, where I'm going to Titan's Fist for 3 and not gain life. Oh, sorry, it's 2 because of the frailty. These are the sick Jarl plays. I do get to Remembrance back. Oakenold. I guess Crumble is fine. Sure. I don't know. It's not super exciting. All right, what does this hand do? This hand makes exciting plays like... Frozen to Death does not have Go Again. So this hand makes exciting plays like... Not Be Good. Channel Lake Frigid, pitching Frozen, play Winter's Bite, Tunic Disable. Hammer for 3 equals free value. Hammer for 2 also equals value. Our opponent is, in fact, going to pick up a Clave, which I think is a good decision. I should not have just clicked through that. What am I doing? Pitch Frozen, play Channel Lake, play Winter's Bite, just take our opponent's entire turn. Tunic Disable, or thinking if I want to quick dodge here. I could pitch Everbloom for quick dodge. I go Frozen for Channel, play Winter's Bite, pitch Disable Hammer. Everbloom gets pitched to quick dodge, and I just... That seems reasonable. Also block 6. Winter's Bite Hammer. Kind of just get 2 cards from our opponent. I feel bad because I undid that action from my opponent, and now I'm waiting for them, and I'm like, do you know? I don't want to like tell you to hurry up because this is kind of my fault. Yeah, we're gonna Flexors here, and we're gonna pitch Everbloom to do it. This seems like a turn in which I will get 6 value from my Flexors. Maybe even 8 value if they go 4 wide. You're going to flick a Clave at me to give this go again? Maybe I am blocking with Winter's Bite. I don't know how important it is to just eat my opponent's entire turn with Winter's Bite, Channel Lake. Because if they flick me, this goes to 4, so I can't just do Gauntlets quick dodge. Channel Lake, you get a Frostbite, Titan's Fist. That seems fine. We're going to make this block. You're going to flick me. I'm going to quick dodge. I guess that works too. I don't clear my mark, which is probably fine. Oh, they get Trapdoor? That's a poo-poo one. They did deny me full value for my Flexors, so I guess there's that. We just do Channel Lake. Have a Frosty Boy. Here's a Titan's Fist for 4. You could Inertia Trap it, I guess. Or Den of the Spider. I'm not keeping cards and I'm already marked, so whatever. Let you clear the inertia through Frostbite, but okay. I still get my cards, which is what I'm looking for, so. This is working out. I have Tunic, I guess. So this hand isn't the absolute worst hand that I could possibly draw. But yeah, the 4 red hand in Guardian is never really where I want to be. Am I supposed to block this? You've only shown me 1 T-Tox. I think the answer is probably no. I can save my blocks for later. I would also like you to clear the mark. This could just be like T-Tox Scar Tissue or something. Seen a T-Tox, we've seen a Scar Tissue. You would have Stains me there, I think. So yeah, we're just chilling. Ideally, I will block with Chokeslam or Oakenold, and then Tunic pitch the other one, CNC, Arsenal Pummel. I guess if they don't do anything super interesting on their turn, I can CNC pitch Oakenold and Chokeslam, and then keep the Pummel. 6, you're gonna flick me? Maybe. Oh, you can't. Oh, no, you can flick me. You have a resource. Could block 6. You're not Marionette. So the flick doesn't do anything. What if I just took 7, lost a card, and got to keep my pummel? No, I'll be disciplined. I'll be disciplined. I can still make a play on my turn. You flick me, but you're not Marionette. I am marked, but I am potentially putting you to 4. You can't de-react this, which... This is an inertia trap, I know, because they accidentally showed it to us. We haven't seen any de-reacts from our opponents, so like putting them to 4 is not bad. Every hammer is lethal. If I can keep 3 of these cards, I just get to tear-ass hammer. And our opponent cannot stop that. Because flicked, I guess with a 4 block de-react they could. Oh my god, or I just kill you. Oh no, I do have an Oaken in here. God, we're so up. We're so good at this game, chat. You get to leave no witnesses. I get an Oaken Old. I get to, oh wait, that doesn't work. Because I have to discard. I'm like, oh, it's so good. Oh no, it does work. I discard, like, disable. Play the Fate Foreseen. Pitch, tear asunder, fuse, crumble. Yeah. Cool. I get to do the thing. As I did block with an Oakenold on my last turn. Can't believe I'm now funding this stream. Wait, you picked up Mark of the Black Widow? You have a leave no witnesses. This doesn't matter. This comes in for 4. You cannot make this more damage than it currently is. That doesn't say Oakenold on it, so I'm going to put that on the bottom of my deck. Trapdoor's kind of sick here. That's definitely not one that I wanted them to get. The Oakenold still comes in for 8, so they won't be able to cover it with 3 block from hand, 3 block from banish. But them just getting a D-React to play with was definitely not good for me with what I'm about to do. I mean, it's fine. Would you rather have a bat's echolocation, you did do a thing, or the ability to zoom in with your eyes up to 5 times sound? It's got to be 5 times sound because, or it's got to be 5 times with my eyes because my vision is terrible. I wear, okay. You banished it. Oh, you didn't banish a D-React. Because you didn't have one. Oh no, opponent. No, you're super dead. My vision is terrible, so I wear contacts. I have keratoconus, which is a condition that says the natural lenses of my eyes are warped. So I can't wear soft contact lenses because then they also warp like my eyes. I have to wear hard contact lenses to force my eyes into shape. I can't wear glasses very well because my eyes just naturally, like they're so fucked up. So I feel like if I could zoom in 5 times, that might fix some of the shittiness of my eyes. So I would take the eyesight. Superpower, get normal vision and stop using glasses. I mean, honestly, if you don't wear glasses, you don't know. Like if your eyes are good, you can't understand, but having to wear corrective lenses is like such a feels bad. It sucks so much. It's just like everything, imagine your life and then imagine every part of it is just that much worse. So I would take the eyesight. Just give me normal eyesight as my superpower, seriously. I'm gonna call it here because I have to get to my day job, unfortunately. Thank you all for hanging out. Ian, thank you for the subscription. Remember that YouTube memberships are available to all of you for the low, low price of basically free. And then you too can spam emotes in chat. I can say, chat, let me see a K-Pog, and then you give me a skill issue, and then I'm mad at you. I will be back streaming tomorrow for all of you who are like, where are my aggro heroes? I'm playing KO Armed and Dangerous tomorrow. I will be prepping for my RTN. This will be the list that I'm actually factually playing at RTN, so if you're one of my locals, you can stream snipe me and know what I'm bringing. Have a great rest of your Thursday. I know that we're getting Azalea something else spoilers today from the, not Armory deck, the precons. So that's exciting. And then tomorrow we just get a massive spoiler dump from James White, which is cool. And then on Saturday at 6 a.m. here on YouTube, you can all watch my spoiler video where I will be showing you easily one of the most metal card arts I've seen in Fab. I saw the art for this card and said, oh my God. And especially compared to the other art that the artist has done, like, what happened? This guy was told to let his freak flag fly. If you look up the art for, God, what's the card name? It's the boat, it's the High Seas card, Battalion Bark. The boat that gets +2 if there are two blue cards in pitch. It's that artist. He did like a couple of boats for High Seas. And I'm like, oh, boat guy. He did this art. It is not a boat. It is easily the most metal art I've seen on a Fab card. So Saturday, 6 a.m. here on YouTube. Check out that video. You'll also get to see my baby boy Bun. But I will see you all back here tomorrow for KO gameplay. Have a great rest of your Thursday. Until I see you tomorrow, take care.